Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Anthony Rodriguez, and I'll tell you how I got started, my first flip. So my first flip went to a public auction. I knew beforehand that it'd be skeptical about public auctions. I had mechanics telling me, other people like, oh, careful, whatever you get is gonna be a piece of crap, it's gonna have problems. So going in, I knew you gotta be careful, because you could throw hundreds of dollars away just like that on something that has a busted engine. So going in, I was skeptical what I was gonna get, but I really needed another car. So this car I was gonna get was for myself. So I went there looking to spend no more than $2,000 at public auction. And the way I saw it, if I got a car, I was gonna own it. It's gonna be mine, paid off, cool. So I got lucky because what I ended up getting was a car that worked. Everything was perfectly fine. Good engine, low miles. The only downside was it was salvage title. So I didn't really pay attention when it was in the heat of the moment. As the numbers were going, 100, 200, 300. I'm just bidding, not even paying attention. So I ended up getting a 2007 Volkswagen Jetta. It only had 80,000 miles on it. So I got it for $1,500, and everything on it was cool. Interior was cool, outside was cool, but it had a salvage title because it was previously in an accident. Now, the time of bidding, I wasn't paying attention to that. So I just happened to get lucky that this car was in good condition. But because of the salvage title, a lot of people stayed away from it, and for good reason. I mean, salvage titles, they tend to have issues, but in this case, it was perfectly good. 2007, 82,000 miles on it, and just a salvage title. That was the only issue. So I got that car. I drove it around for a good 6 months, and then I sold it for $3,000. So that's my first flip. So after selling that first car and seeing what the public auctions are about, I knew I had to do it again and keep flipping cars because it's a good business. So it was that motivated me to go get my license. There are some downsides about public auctions. The downside is you don't get to inspect them as thoroughly as you would at a dealer auction. And people use OBD scanners and they wipe all the lights from it. So if it's a check engine light or some issue with the car, people have the capability to wipe in it. So when it goes to the auction, a public auction, and you can't really scan it, they can hide that defect, whatever's wrong with the car, and now you're screwed. So you don't really get to know as much about the car when you buy it through a public auction. But the upside is you pay less. So if you know what you're doing, you check in the signs, and you inspect the vehicle as best you can, you could get a really good deal. But on the downside, you could throw your money down. You could waste a lot of money on that. But I got lucky, and it's a good way to get started. Just be careful. Don't put too much money into it, and yeah, get your first flip.
It feels right, it feels right, it feels right, yeah. I can only say that it feels right.